Welcome back to another episode of the Lit for Life podcast. I am Kaylin.
And it's your girl, Tanisha, a.k.a. the Candle Queen. We lit and we live.
If you listened or if you haven't listened to our last episode, please make sure you go tune in. It was our very first episode of season 2. We got to talk a lot about what redefining self-love or not redefining self-love, but redefining Valentine's Day and what that looks like and more self-love and how to tap into your divine feminine. Mm-hmm. So if you have not caught that episode, make sure you go back and listen. This episode is going to be super special because we're talking about our amazing candle party that we are going to do tonight, January 29th. Tanisha, tell us a little bit more about where we're going to be.
So we are going to be at Rooted Restaurant. It is located in Minooka, Illinois, and it is a farm-to-table restaurant, and they serve really unique but amazing, tasty bites, and they have a lot of events there. I've been to a few events there. We've done networking parties there, and tonight, your girls are hosting a candle making party there for a small, intimate group, and we are very excited. Yes. Very excited. The owner thought it was a great idea to partner with us, and shout out to the word of mouth and the people that we connect with that post us, that plug us, because this stemmed from when we did the JJC candle making. We had serviced over 100 students between 2 days at the Joliet Junior College campuses. And JJC posted on social media about the event. And then Brenda, the owner of Rooted, emailed me and said she thought candle making would be very great for their restaurant. So tonight is the night. It went very rapidly from an email conversation to creating the flyer to promoting the flyer. And as soon as it was promoted, 13 people bought their tickets right away.
Yes.
So we are very excited. I know this class is going to reach its full capacity.
30 people.
Yeah, we're going to have a good time with them. So we're setting intentions tonight that the event, that people will walk out different than when they came in. That they might be expecting just to make a candle, but they leave with a takeaway of a little bit more about self-care and self-love, and that they are worthy of the life that they desire. So we are showing up as lit representatives to give them a sensual experience through a variety of different fragrances they get to choose from. They'll get to choose their vessel. They'll get to choose their fragrance, and we'll go over the candle making process together. So looking forward to this year. Like, I can't even believe it's been a year, because last year we did very intentional self-care candle making classes around Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And it was so good. We did a home party. We did a big restaurant party for about 60 ladies.
We did a couple libraries too.
Sure did. Sure did. We was on a roll last Valentine's.
Yeah.
So looking forward to being more intentional on promoting that you can book a candle making party with us, especially if you have a venue already, if you have a space and you're looking for something to do for your audience, for your community. Candle making is the perfect creative activity. So please reach out. You can contact us by email, by phone number. We'll send you the inquiry form in which you would fill out, and we would go over that information and give you a call to discuss the plan. Perfect for team building, perfect for date nights, perfect for restaurants or churches. You know, you need something to do for your women's events, for your men's events. I still want to do some for cigar shops. The cigar lounges, like we did one experience with one cigar lounge just with the owners but we never got to actually go back and host a class. So looking forward to pitching more to cigar lounges as well.
Yes. We have a lot of tobacco type fragrances that smell so good. There's this tobacco caramel that is so...
Oh my God, people love it. People love it. I call that candle the Smoker's Lounge. And then we have tobacco vanilla. And then there's a tobacco and bay leaf. And is that all the tobaccos?
And you don't have to only choose a tobacco scent for this, but this is just what we've done in the past. Feel free to reach out so that we can work on some collaborations. This is a lot of fun, and there's so many different ways that this can apply. Just like she said, team building, in-home, family. Like, you literally have an unending list of ways that you can utilize it and make it fun and creative.
Yes. And you have a memorable keepsake of something that turned from
a thought to a thing.
Yeah, right in front of your face.
There's people that have come to our classes previously that came back to another class with the same candle that they made from the previous one because they're like, I'm burning it so like sparingly because I love it so much.
Yep.
I just had to come back to another class.
Yep. And that just reminds me of reaching out to Orland too, and because they're always a good time.
Yes. We've done the Orland Park Library twice now. And the first time that we did that, we had tears in the audience, and several of the patrons hugged us.
Yes.
And they were just so grateful
said
that
it was
we were
so
there
needed.
and that we showed up, because it's more than just a candle making experience. Like the bar restaurant type ones are a little bit different because it's not as intimate of an experience, not being able to speak to what we normally do. But when we do like the library classes and
the churches,
daycares, everywhere, like if you're a caregiver, a parent, a person, a human, like you need self-care. And we teach you what intention setting and self-care is. We do all of the fun parties too, but we also teach you on the back end, like what really intention setting is and how you can use it to change your life.
Yes. And I'm looking forward to all the ways that we will grow and elevate these experiences. You guys, our ultimate desire is to have a customized RV where we can travel all over the world, where we could travel and do candle parties and just be self-care on wheels.
Yes.
Give people an experience. They can walk through and smell these beautiful scents and sit and listen to a meditation and just so many wonderful ideas that we have. And I'm looking forward to the fun ways that they will unfold before our eyes.
Yes, it's already happening.
Yeah.
Being here recording this podcast and knowing how we've already got things set up to auto do things, like knowing how we're working so much smarter this year already, knowing that we're also not knocking anything that we've done previously by still continuing to do exactly the same thing. We're not doing that. We keep evolving and pivoting and shifting into this embodiment of the higher version of ourselves. So the business is only going to continue to reflect that.
To get better. Yeah. To get better. We'll bring you this beautiful, great, intentional energy that we cultivate within ourselves every day.
Yeah.
Because the self-love journey is so lit right now, especially when you release things that do not serve you. You're able to like just bob up a little bit. When she talk about bobbing up to the surface, can't help it. It's everywhere. Y'all, I really want to tell y'all about some of my experiences. We're going to talk. We're going to get real deep and really real about some of the things that we have been through. Kaylin and I have both released these karmic loop relationships, and we both have unique stories that circle around each other in certain ways, but the signs are funny. The signs that we knew of before when we were supposed to kind of close doors and we didn't. We were still dangling around in those doors. But when you want to elevate and you really want what you want, and Source is showing you what's kind of getting in the way. And you can't argue with it. Like when you really have that type of relationship with Source and you know what Source needs you to do in order for you to get to where you want
You literally don't have a choice.
You want it. Source wants it for you, but this thing that's in the way. And we both had to release relationships that we enjoyed for different reasons, but we also knew were not serving us to our highest power.
Exactly.
So releasings happen, and there were signs that could not be ignored. I know for me, I seen a sign last year, but I ignored it. So I always loved where the guy I was in a relationship with, our thing was going to Chili's. We went to Chili's restaurant all the time because they had deals, and it was easy to go there, eat good food, and And then one time, Kaylin and I were at the park, and we seen a Chili's bag floating in the water. In the river. It was floating away. It was just a bag. I was like, dang, I think that's a sign. I said, is that a sign? And she was like,
The signs.
I ignored that sign. I ignored that sign. But recently, and this was maybe October, November, man, I watched a video of Aaron Lyons that, man, read me through
like
and
a
through.
book.
Like about relationships. Some of you are in karmic relationships that you need to let go of. She said it so eloquently, it made me pick up the phone and call this guy and say, yeah, I can't do this with you no more. And this is somebody I was in like a relationship with for 5 years. And again, it was like more like a situationship. There was no clarity on where we were going. It was just going along with it, and it felt good, right? But there's more. I grew in the process of that relationship. I grew. He met me under a way different energy than what I became to be. So that relationship wasn't allowed to be the same anymore. 2 different timelines. And it's with no love lost. I had a dream with him right next to me. I had a dream that we were in this spaceship. Wherever we were going up. And he had this great plan for us to go up and get out of this thing wherever we were in. Well, in the middle of the plan, he fell asleep. I was like, hey, I'm trying to wake him up. He's asleep, knocked out. And I had to figure it out by myself. So I woke up telling him about this dream that you fell asleep. You had this great plan, and then you fell asleep on me. That was another sign, right? Then his father passed away. And I went to the funeral, and I walked in the funeral right on the part where they closed the casket on his dad. I never got to see his dad because when I walked in, the casket was closing. That was what I saw when I first walked in. So those were my signs that I could not ignore. And when you get signs and you ignore them, they just get bigger.
Bigger,
and
louder.
bigger. Yep. And so I was like, okay, I know how this goes. We got to end this now. Peacefully, amicably. I wrote a love letter. I wrote him a letter of love and intention. And I don't regret anything because it was a version of Tanisha that was part of my journey. But now there's this new Tanisha. And I could spend so much time trying to get him to be where I am, or I could just spend time loving me how I am and attracting from that space.
Absolutely.
And that's where I am now. So it is with all love. And I know I'm not the only one that has gone through or needs to go through this sort of process.
Absolutely.
There are women out there that are living a lie. I couldn't find a nicer way to say it. I was trying to think about it. But you're living a lie. You're in a relationship because it's comfortable. Mm-hmm. You know that there's more for you. You're there for whatever reasons you're there for, but you're not being true to you. And when you're not living in the space of truth and authenticity, you can't attract all the things that you really want until you're living an honest life, until you're honest with yourself, until you're honest and say, I don't think this is the best for me. I think there's more. Soon as you have that even a tiny thought,
listen to them.
Yeah.
You got to listen to them.
Yep. You can't ignore it or make excuses for it.
I want to speak to that clip that you were talking about from Aaron Lyons that I definitely resonated with a lot of it. But the part that was so interesting to me is a lot of times what we do as women or just as humans, but I can only speak from personal, you want so much to be that one still, and you want to try and make things work, and you want to do these things, but there's easier ways, and sometimes it really is just go into a trust fall. And she spoke to the fact that when you actually make that conscious decision to walk away and not continue this loop in the same way, their higher selves are begging you to do it too. Because that will allow them to go
learn
through and learn the
lesson.
lessons that they need to learn, because maybe they are the person for you, but they need to go through their own spiritual journeys and their own things to help them level themselves up mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. There's all of these that are connected. And it's like, so many people sometimes are so connected to one part, but not the others. And then it's just that non-cohesion across the board. You have to let things be as they are, love and accept it, give it grace, but also don't play yourself and don't stay in the loop, because you know that there's more and there's better, there's brighter. And I'm not speaking as there's love lost and there's better than this person it's not about that. It's you know that you desire and deserve to be treated and loved a certain way. So you do that for yourself. So there's no way in hell you're going to ever let anybody else love you less than that.
Yes. And don't feel guilty for nobody. Don't feel guilty. Or okay, realistically, I could have felt he lost his dad. That could have been a reason for me to stick around and go through the grieving process. I was just talking to Source about this today. Like, if I would have stuck around, the energy that would have shifted in my life from trying to go through the grief process with him, for trying to give energy, and it wasn't for me to do. It wasn't for me to do. The old Tanisha would have tried her best to done that. And guess what? It just would have delayed the things that I know that I desire to live in right now. And I don't want no more delays from trying to maintain relationships. No more delaying what's for me.
Or treading on water, walking on eggshells, not knowing where you stand in things. You want complete clarity. But see, it's so cool, right? When you understand that, because these things happen for you to find your voice, for you to find where you really stand with who you are. And it's like a test of, are you going to really be who you say you are? Are you going to really make yourself happy? Are you really going to stand in the truth? Are you really going to accept that? Or are you going to try to patch things? Or are you going to try to make things work and stay in places or situations or continuous loops of things that it's really hard to get out of? And we can continue to tell ourselves that story, but the moment that there is that time that you see a tiny window of, I can make this choice or I can make this choice. And what really it all comes down to is evolve or repeat. Evolve or repeat.
Man, I'm sitting here thinking about making a break the cycle candle. What could it look like to
It could come
break
with
cycles
ties for cutting. A
literal cord cutting candle. Break the cycle.
And love you. Because when you love you, if that person is for you for real, then they will turn around, love themselves, be who they need to be for them. And then you guys can do this together or not. Who knows? But we don't have to worry about all the steps ahead.
No.
It's worry about not worry, but be present in where you are now and know that you really do deserve everything that you want, and don't feel bad about it. You're gonna feel like you're the villain. You're gonna feel like people may be judging you. You're gonna feel these things. But you know what? Laugh it off, heal it, do whatever it is that you have to do to be able to stay true to you. Journaling.
Tap into the truth of who you are, because the truth is you are unconditionally loved by Source, and nothing else matters.
Bars.
Nothing else matters. When you got Source on your team,
it doesn't matter who's against you.
So, what an honor and a pleasure and a privilege to know what I know now. For every experience, for all the lives I felt like I've lived, to know what I know now. And it took going through all of that to know what I know now. So I can't regret that, because I love what I know now.
Yeah. Got to go through it to get to it. And
it's
all
so
how
funny.
you see it too.
I remember listening to Joyce Myers. This was many years ago. And she said, you live life going forward, but you have to learn from it backwards.
Yes. You can't see the steps going forward. You can only track what happened. What does Bashar say? He said, you can't tell how it's going to happen.
Yep.
You can only tell how it happened.
Yeah. The mind can't perceive,
You can't perceive
how it's
it.
going to happen.
You can only relay how it happened after the fact. That's why you got to keep going.
And that's why it has to be a trust factor. You have to trust the process. Trust the vibration. Trust what your energy is showing you. Everything that you experience, let it be an indicator of where you are vibrationally. And we're supposed to do that from a non-judging place. So you have to go through your experiences without judging yourself or your experience.
Yeah.
And that's something that, oh man, is worth its weight in gold to know.
It's very freeing. It's very freeing. Because when you take your situation and then you only pour self-pity on it, or you stay in that place of where you're ashamed of where it is that you came out of, you won't get the glory of coming through it. You
just stay stuck in a loop.
Exactly. You keep repeating the same thing, but there's so much greater on the other side for you, no matter what that looks like.
Yeah. The things that happen in this life, man, they're tough. And I can't see going through this life without having some sort of a spiritual journey.
Yeah.
Like, how do you not rely on a higher power for this shit that happens? Like,
sometimes shit be hitting the fan.
Man, like, this some bullshit.
We'll make sure to mark the explicit box when posting.
And sometimes you have to call stuff just like it is. That's why I'm glad about the relationship I have with God. Because you have to talk freely.
Yes.
Because nobody can read you anyways like Source can. Like, talk freely. Sometimes stuff be some bullshit. And you have to call it like that. You don't have to stay there. But it's okay to acknowledge when shit is shit.
Shit. There.
Oh, man. Let's see. I hope my mom don't listen to this one.
Mom, if you're listening, it's okay.
I love you, too. I love you.
We love you. We love y'all.
Yep. Yep, and appreciate you. Sometimes when my mom texts me, I have this thought. I'm so blessed to be able to still do this.
Yeah.
The people that wish they could text their loved ones still, their mom, their dad. I'm appreciative and want to be better about making the most of every moment, because you don't know if you're going to have these moments with these people again.
That part.
So
the appreciation runs so deep for them and for the way that they allow us to be in this space, to be able to be here to create and to really put all of this gas on our dreams and our passions. Like all of these classes that we have done, and the parties and the events and the sales and the everything, none of it would be possible without our village. None of it would be possible without our village.
Facts.
And because we value and are so grateful for them, the way that we come in these classes, it shows. It just shows. And it continues to elevate every time. We really bring the love to the community, and it's this element of knowing that it takes a village.
Yes.
So being able to be a part of that village for you and for the greater people that are in and around this area, and all of the people that we touch. We've even done out-of-state events in Ohio and in Michigan. And continuing to add places on the map and itinerary of where we just get to flow and be. Like, this is really what the mission is.
Yes.
So it's so perfect to be able to connect and throw these parties and have these real connected community events.
Absolutely. And I just want to speak to the fact that your mom will be attending this class.
Yes.
For tonight. So looking forward to seeing her. And I just love how your family shows up, period. They show up to a lot of the events, and I'm always so grateful for it. grateful that I get to experience that through you, because it's the same for me.
Yes.
It's like they love this so much that they are part of these events.
Yes.
Like, that's amazing. So let it grow.
Forever grateful.
Let it grow. Let it flow.
I want to start with, or well, should I say finish with a beginning to some intention setting for this class tonight too.
Yes.
We are going to embark on another fun notch on our belt. It's being able to add this beautiful thing to a plate of desserts. Like every time we just add these little things and add, and it's so amazing.
Yes.
So this intention setting is to let everybody know that we have a heart to serve. We have a heart to let you really feel how we are, let you feel our connection to source through our interactions. We want to speak over you the love and abundance and enoughness that you are, the wholeness that you are. Everything in your being belongs here. It belongs wherever you are. Do you know that you are that special? Do you know that you get to be this creator here in this life? Do you know that you get to put forth whatever it is you desire and watch it spring forth? So you get to use your words as seeds. What is it that you're planting? What are you choosing to water with your attention? What is it that you're allowing to grow in your gardens? What intentions do you really see for yourself? Do you see yourself abundant? Do you see yourself happy? Do you see yourself thriving? Do you see yourself? Can you literally just go in your mind, close your eyes? Tanisha, you said once in one of our previous videos, close your eyes so you can see. So if you're not already, close your eyes and see that you that's happy, that's smiling, that's joyful, that has everything that they need, that has this abundant childlike, not childlike as a little kid, and I'm saying that innocence, that like spirit of so much fun, things when you weren't thinking about what people thought about you, when you just got to be in this space of creativity, of flow. Can you see yourself like that? And can you project that same feeling into what it is that you're going to do in this class? Can you see that you're going to be that same happy version of you? You get to pour that intention into this candle. You get to give it all the love that you maybe didn't give yourself as a kid. Maybe that you don't allow yourself to even feel now. But in this moment right here, you feel it. And you get to take that. And then later, well, 2 weeks later, you'll get to burn this candle, and then you're going to set this intention again, and you're releasing all of it over everything that you do because you put your hands to this. We do this in all of our classes, and it gets to be so special and so individual, that these experiences that we get to cultivate with people, allowing them to think about things that they may not have thought about in a long time, or never even gave themselves the opportunity to think of ever. But here is this chance that you get to be with yourself, being present. That's something that I've been working on so much, and setting the intentions even over myself and over all of you, that you slow down and that you just focus on you and releasing anything that you thought about why you aren't where you think you should be. Just be. Allow yourself to be.
Yes. Make peace with where you are.
Make that peace.
I love it. I want people to know. That was beautiful. Like, I closed my eyes and just rampaged. I want people to know how much intention that they are a part of. I'm thinking about the day in 2020 when L.I.T was the name I knew I wanted to choose, but I had to choose what each. I knew I wanted it to be an acronym, and I was choosing the words, and I was sitting down in my journal and writing down what L.I.T was going to stand for. And love and inspiration came right away. And then transformation was almost going to be tranquility. And then it didn't feel like that was it. And then transformation came. And I was like, that's it. And I sat with what that would mean. And I sat with all the women and moms that I thought about impacting. And my life changed from that moment. It changed from, this is a business and I'm going to lead it. And it changed my thoughts. It changed me being in a marriage. It changed the life that I was living. I was living a life that was not authentic to who I was seeing when I was journaling. And I had to let go of things so that life could align with what I saw coming. And all the transitions that were made was for this audience, these people that we encounter in all these events, that buy products, that come to these candle making parties. I think about the energy of something starting with paper. Do not underestimate the gift of writing something down and letting it come to life and unfold before you. Because that is what's really happening. I was looking at my journal today at some things like, I understand why people write books. Because something that worked for them, they want other people to know about it. Because it worked. I saw a change in my life because of this. And I want to tell people about it. And that's my main passion. Something worked for me. And I want people to feel what I feel. Passion, creativity, connected to purpose, that unstoppable feeling like nobody can tell me nothing. Because I know who I am and whose I am. That is the energy you are coming across when you encounter us. I do not take it lightly, and I do not want people to take it lightly, what we do and who we are. It's lit.
So lit. And I love what we do. I genuinely love what we do.
Yeah.
The ways that we get to touch and impact people, especially moms, especially with the meditations and affirmations that we create, and the ways that we get to be support for our community, the ways that we get to be resources in some dark times for people.
Yeah. And it all come from us and our own self-care, self-love journey. Things that have worked for us, that have helped us.
We were in the dark too.
Yeah.
Not that long ago. But we found out that we are the light.
The light. And we want to pass that light. We want to pay that light forward. Because there's enough for everybody. Everybody, come on in.
Get some. Bring your friends.
I mean, it's a lot. We want everybody to feel this way. To know that you are deserving of a life of purpose. That you came here with gifts. You came here with gifts. Whether you recognize it or realize it or not. You came here with something to offer the world. And a lot of times it's bigger than a 9-to-5 job. You have to allow yourself to see outside the realms of things that have been placed up before us. You're so much more than what you've been allowed to see.
Yes. Close your eyes.
And see better.
Paint the vision. Don't let anything stop your imagination. This is where you get to literally be the superhero of your story.
Yep, the painter.
Paint it all the little details. You don't have to worry about that. You just get to worry, or more so focus on what it is you desire, the feelings you desire. You don't have to get all the tiny details of where it's going to be, who's going to be there, who's going to give it to you, when it's going to you don't need all the little details. Business. It's not your business. Your business is to find something to appreciate, stay in gratitude,
manage your vibration,
get happy.
You are the manager of your vibration. That's nobody else's job. Don't put that job in nobody else's hands. Nope. That's for you. So we love you guys. We could keep talking on and on and on, but we got to get to the next episode.
Thank you so much for sitting, chit-chatting with us. I love you.
We love you guys, man. It's lit.
It's going to be a great class tonight. See you when you book your parties.